All right, what's good, man? Let's get into it. Back with another football video, back with another quarterback video. This one's going to be talking about Joe Burrow, aka Joe Shiesty, who I consider is the second best quarterback in the NFL. And the question has to be asked, is Joe Burrow one-hit wonder? His time is running out. And I know people in the comment section, whether it's Bengals fans or Joe Burrow fanboys, are going to say, "Oh, RJ, what are you talking about? It's only his second year. It's only his third year, whatever the case may be. He still has plenty of time." I understand Joe Burrow is still young. I understand this is probably he's going into his fourth season, I think. He got injured his first season, and then his actually first year starting, he went to the Super Bowl, and then he lost the AFC Championship game to Patrick Mahomes. So this is his fourth year. Hopefully starting a full year. But someone has to ask the question. With the AFC looking the way how it is, are we sure the Bengals are guaranteed to go to the AFC Championship game? I mean, just looking at this, I'm not a big fan of the Bills, but the Bills are still competition. You know, the Browns, I think with Deshaun Watson are going to be better. Go watch my video about that. The Ravens, even though I don't think the Ravens are going to do far, but in the regular season, the Ravens and the Bengals are going to be going at it. The Steelers are always tight to play. Just ask anybody in the North who plays the Steelers. Jacksonville, who I think is on the rise, and I'm going to be doing a video on them soon. You already know Kansas City's there. I think the Broncos and Russell Wilson, which Sean Payton's going to take a step up. The Dolphins, even though Tua's health is questionable, they're still competition. The Chargers, even though we know the Chargers are going to charge, at the end of the day, they're still competition. The Jets with Aaron Rodgers, even though we don't know what that's going to look like, but that's still still competition. And I said all that to say this. Is Joe Burrow going to be the Dan Marino of this era, where he went to one Super Bowl, and let's be for real, he blew it. Now, don't get it wrong. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Joe Burrow is, me personally, the second best quarterback in the league, right behind Patrick Mahomes. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. I have nothing bad to say about Joe Burrow or his game. But let's be for real. Are we sure the Bengals are going to make it out the second round? Are we sure about that? This is the NFL. Nothing's guaranteed. Unless your name is Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, you can't guarantee anything. At least and I'm not even saying the Chiefs are going to go to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl. But ever since Patrick Mahomes fell to the Kansas City Chiefs, their floor has been the AFC Championship game. I can sit there and say, if my life was on the line, Kansas City is going to the championship game. Every other team, whether it's the NFC or AFC, nope. I can't do that. I can honestly can't do that. Whether you're maybe the Niners, because the Niners have been in the NFC Championship game multiple times throughout the years, but I can't even trust them because I don't know who their quarterback is. But when it comes to the Bengals, listen, are we sure the Bengals really upgraded? I heard that they got this tackle and that tackle, but are we sure that line is still going to protect Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow's not the most mobilest quarterback. Now, I know Joe Burrow can scramble, but, he's not even a Patrick Mahomes scrambler. Are we sure that defense is good? And also, their head coach, are we sure that head coach is good? I'm just asking questions. And I see the Bengals are chirping a lot. You know, you got Jamar Chase talking about Patrick Mahomes, who? And I'm like, bro, Jamar Chase, what have you done? Okay, you're a good player, but what have you done? You lost in the Super Bowl, and you lost to Patrick Mahomes, who got the Super Bowl. I don't know. It's just the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Is their time running out? Is their time running out? And did Joe Burrow blow that Super Bowl against the Rams? I get it. You know, he lost to the Rams, who are a talented team, who, bought their whole team that year. But at the same time, you're there. You got to win that Super Bowl because we don't know what's going to happen. Once again, anybody who knew Dan Marino, people thought Dan Marino was going to go back to the Super Bowl when he lost to I think the 49ers, and he never did. You can't scramble this opportunity going to the Super Bowl and losing. Especially when, once again, the AFC is so tough now. Bills, Jets, Browns, Ravens, Steelers are always hard to play. Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Jacksonville, Dolphins. I think I literally just named everybody in this row. If your name is not the Texans, the Colts, the Titans, the Patriots, the Raiders, there's all competition in the AFC. And we already know you got to slot in the Chiefs. You got to slot in the Chiefs because they're the Chiefs. They're the Patriots of this era. But I just wanted to say, did Joe Burrow squander that opportunity against the Rams? And are we sure? Are we sure he's going to win the Super Bowl? Are we sure? I mean, the favorites in the AFC has to be the Chargers. I mean, not the Chargers, the Chiefs. And, I mean, I guess you could put the Bengals in there. But once again, I mean, are we sure the Bengals are going out the second round? Are we sure? I mean, even though I would pick the Bengals over the Bills, I mean, the Bills can beat the Bengals. I mean, I will pick the Bengals above the Ravens, but the Ravens can beat the Bengals if all fully healthy. I mean, this is the NFL. You never know. If the Broncos take a step up, I can see them beating them. If the Browns, if Deshaun Watson takes a step up and gets his footing under him, I can see the Browns beating the Bengals in the playoffs. I'm just saying, look, when it comes to Joe Burrow, I like Joe Burrow. Think he's the second best quarterback in the league, but some people got to ask the question, is his time running out? Is he a one-hit wonder? What I mean by one-hit wonder, not as a quarterback, but just going to the Super Bowl and losing. Are we sure he's going to win one? Are we sure? But that's my thoughts on Joe Burrow. What's yours? What's your thoughts on Joe Burrow and the Bengals? I like Joe Burrow. I know a lot of Bengals fans are going to get mad and make excuses, say the refs this and, you know, this injury and that injury and all this other stuff. And look, I understand. I get it. But at the same time, someone has to ask the question, did you guys blow that Super Bowl? Did you guys blow that Super Bowl? And then, I mean, did you guys blow that AFC Championship game this last year? Because nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. You have to prove you're guaranteed. At least with the Patriots and the Chiefs and the Joe Montana 49ers, they prove their worth. Even the Cowboys in the 90s, they proved their worth in saying we're consistent. We're consistent of winning. You have to win. Say what you want about Patrick Mahomes. He has 2 Super Bowls and it's been 3. And it's been the 5 straight AFC Championship games. Say what you want about Tom Brady and the Patriots, or just Tom Brady himself. He has 7. The Patriots had 6 and made it to multiple AFC Championships and been to 9, 10 Super Bowls. Say what you want about Joe Montana and the 49ers. They have 4 Super Bowls and made to multiple AFC Championship games and won. And say what you want about the Cowboys. And I hate the Cowboys with a passion. I hate the Cowboys with a passion. Back in the 90s, won 3 straight Super Bowls, been to multiple NFC Championship games, and they won. Bengals, you're not guaranteed anything. You're not guaranteed anything. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on the Bengals and what's your thoughts on Joe Burrow? And yeah, man, RJ out.